I will never get tired. No one can make me tired. I march forward to the victory of our people. The revolution in South Africa is guaranteed that under the EFF, this country will be the better. Stand up, South Africa. Make sure that South Africa, you are counted with me. Rise, South Africa. Stand and make sure that our people understand that they need to be counted. You must be counted. You must be part of history. You must make sure that you are one of the people who are going to deliver economic freedom in our lifetime. Freedom in our lifetime. Amanda!
A new world is rising, and South Africa is on the forefront of it. That was the leader of the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, Julius Malema, who is fast rising as a serious presidential contender. Some of you may be familiar with Malema for his vocal support of expropriating white-owned farmland to be, quote, returned, as he puts it, to Black Africans. He's infamous for using highly volatile and at times violent language, which appears to have been on display at that massive rally when he began chanting together with 90,000 in attendance, "Kill the Boer," which means kill the white Afrikaners and farmers.
Kichi, kichi, kichima. Simran Konto Alliance. Shoot to kill. Gamaza. Kill the poor. The farmer. Kill the poor. The farmer. Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Pa. Attention.
Now, this video is going viral on Twitter, and it's elicited some very strong reaction from none other than Elon Musk, who, of course, is himself South African. He tweeted out, "They are openly pushing for genocide of white people in South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa, why do you say nothing?" Now, Ramaphosa is the president of South Africa. Now, in fairness, Malema has been confronted with singing this song before, which is an older traditional song from the days of apartheid. And he's always maintained that the lyrics are not meant to be taken literally. Instead, they're a lyrical expression of rebellion against a racist system. And this has even been taken to the courts, with South Africa's High Court ruling that the song was not hate speech, which, of course, has only further emboldened Malema and his use of it at his rallies. And to make matters even more complicated, you've got the ever-repulsive legacy media accusing any criticism or concern whatsoever about the South African government expropriating farmland from the white farm owners as itself an expression of far-right conspiracy theorist racism. For the left-wing lunatics that run the asylum in the legacy media, it is now racist to openly oppose racism. So what's going on here? How should we make sense of what's happening in South Africa? Well, like I said, it all involves a new world rising, and it's in understanding this new world that we better understand what's happening in South Africa. But first, many of you have been kind enough to notice that, I've lost a couple of pounds of late. It's true, I've lost over 60 pounds, and I've tried everything under the sun to lose weight, and nothing worked until I discovered the fantastic nutrition coaching at PhD Weight Loss. PhD Weight Loss is a 100% over-the-phone nutrition and behavior coaching program that I simply can't possibly recommend enough. I was able to eat delicious meals all the while reaching my weight loss goals in record time, and it was one of the easiest things I ever did. They took out all the guesswork behind what, when, and how much to eat. They make the process painless, simple, and as easy as possible. Dr. Ashley Lucas has helped thousands achieve their health goals over the last 15 years. And the best part about PhD is that once you hit your goal weight, your maintenance support is free. So when you need that help readjusting, if you start to gain any of that pesky weight back, there's nothing to worry about. They got your back. Make sure to click on that link below and join myself as well as thousands of other patriots who are taking back control of our health. We know the demons at Davos want us docile and unhealthy as to remain complacent against their agenda, but your health goals are very much in reach. Speak to the very people who helped me become my healthiest self by clicking that link below today. What we're experiencing today is a massive worldwide dynamic known as re-territorialization. Because globalization is a transnational system, by its nature, it disembeds and dislocates political power away from localized control, away from communities and districts and counties, and recalibrates and centralizes that political power into the hands of very few, into a centralized political and economic elite, like the bullies in Brussels, for example, in the European Union. Scholars are in wide agreement that that world, that centralized globalist world, is coming to an end. It's basically cracking up and unraveling. And that unraveling involves nothing less than populations re-territorializing their political power, taking their political power back from the hands of the political elite. And so in many respects, this re-territorialization is the key to understanding this new post-globalist world that's emerging all around us. But the key here to understanding our world today, the key is that not everyone is re-territorializing in the same way. In an increasingly post-globalist world, re-territorialization is being worked out in basically three ways: through what we might call neo-nationalist projects, through neo-tribalist projects, and through neo-civilizationalist projects. So neo-nationalism involves a renewed sense of national sovereignty, a restoration of the nation state against the anti-nationalist forces of liberal globalism. So this is what's animating, of course, the MAGA movement here in the United States, or the incredibly successful government of Viktor Orban in Hungary. But this renewed civic nationalism is not the only kind of nationalism that's emerging. We're also seeing the rise of what scholars are calling civilization states. And these are states that are redrawing their boundaries around ancient civilizational spheres, like the Slavic Orthodox world of Imperial Russia, the Sinosphere of ancient Confucian China, the rise of Hindu nationalist India through the leadership of the BJP. That's being compared to a civilization state as well. But there's a third outworking of this re-territorialization, and that's what scholars call neo-tribalism, where populations either want to break away from the larger nation state and form their own independent republic around a common region, race, or religion, or they're openly advocating expunging races and religions that the majority no longer believes belongs in that region. And that is what we're seeing in South Africa. When all is said and done, if a multi-ethnic nation's cultural structures have been so disaffected by globalism that it can't sustain a renewed civic nationalism, a polyethnic civic nationalism, then inevitably the nation is going to turn into some kind of ethno-nationalism, where a dominant ethnicity or race becomes synonymous with the national constitution itself. And I think this is precisely what we're seeing here with the rhetoric of Julius Malema. South Africa is beginning to look more and more like a bona fide ethno-state, and whites will be increasingly marginalized from any and all meaningful participation in public and civic life. We'll obviously see how things play out here, but given the dynamics of re-territorialization, South Africa may look very different in the not-so-distant future. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.